Whoosh. I love that it whooshes. I got the Cosmos transition back. I dialed down the volume. Hello, everyone. As a side note to that, thank you for joining us again for another Launchpad where we're going to work on JamSpam. Collaborative, interactive soundboard. Yeah, that sounds about right.
That sums it up.
Yeah, how's it going? Thanks for joining me as always, Blades.
Of course, my pleasure. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to make another little dent in this project today. What's going on, Chris?
I opened up the JamSpam link like a couple minutes before we started the stream, and I shouldn't have because I was already getting a lot of spam. I was like, oh.
Nice.
Yeah, so for anyone who might be curious what we're talking about, last week we got our soundboard pretty functional. Like we got it playing sounds across the whole thing. We got it deployed to Netlify at JamSpam. Yeah, .netlify.app. So you can bring that up. I'm gonna bring it up. Let's see how bad it is. Hopefully. Do I have Chrome in here? Oh, I hear it, but I don't know if everyone else can hear it. I don't think I have Chrome in this one. You might be being spared. All right, cool. But yeah. Oh. But you can't hear it on stream, can you? I sure hear it in my headphones, though. Let me see. All right, so I guess I could just flip over anyway. Let's just go like this. Boom. Magic. Nope. Maybe not. OBS didn't want to do it. There we go. Cool. Okay.
That's a good plan, Chris.
Not losing my hearing. That's amazing. Yeah, it got pretty rough at the end of the last stream. Like, I think it might have done a little bit of damage to my ears. But yeah, so we left off. We got this app deployed. People can just go here, click on sounds, and it makes sounds for everybody who's got it open, which is awesome. What else did we want to do? We wanted to add more sounds, make the buttons maybe like light up anytime the sound plays. I thought that'd be pretty cool.
Yep, more sounds, buttons light up. It might be good to implement some form of rate limiting. So like we want to be able to spam it, but we don't want to be able to like write a while loop and like hit it every millisecond.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So maybe we can like add some limit, like one sound every 100 milliseconds or something reasonable.
Yeah, 10 seconds or 10 sounds per second. That seems like a manageable amount.
Yeah. let's set a bar that like humans can hit, but humans can hit comfortably, but like it's obvious if a machine is doing it.
Yeah. I like it, so we don't want to be overrun by it. So which would you want to do first? The throttling? Probably the best bet, right?
I mean, yeah, we could. That would be the responsible thing, but the fun part would be to make it light up. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's make it light up then. I like it.
Okay, let's make it light up.
All right, so, I guess I should get it running. That would be a big help. All right, so let's do this. CD server, bump, CD server, bump. Yarn dev, nodemon, yep, cool.
Nice.
And then CD into this client. Yes, I can do this. Yarn start. Okay, so, whoa. So the question is here, how are we going to make them light up?
That is the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, right now we get some data back when a sound plays. Right now, like we have this use effect hook where we're calling play when a sound gets played. And
broken everything.
What's up? What happened?
It would seem that this page is broken. Not really broken, but like ESLint is saying.
Oh, I see.
And then helmet is not defined. Oh my goodness, how did this build last time?
I have no idea. Maybe it didn't.
It probably didn't. We're like, yeah, we deployed it with a title, but yeah, maybe it will now.
That's why the page title didn't work. I was wondering about that.
Oh, it didn't. I didn't even catch that. Yeah, we're so good at this. Oh yeah, look at that. There's no title.
That zap is loud, huh, Joe? We can maybe we can do some.
We could turn down the
equalizing.
Volume. Yeah, we could.
We could, or or we could just make it flash. No, that's probably a responsible thing to do.
Yeah. Which I believe you could do right inside of play. I actually have it on the Apollo stream where if like people follow, it plays a sound, and if people keep following within a certain time duration, it gets slightly louder each time, like kind of thing, which is pretty fun. Yeah. How did I do that? I think you could just pass sound as like a property, like volume.
Yeah. Yeah, we could probably either do it here in the use sound options or in the play.
Yes.
In the play options, if we want to do it like depending on the type, we could do something in there. But maybe we just like leave it to do for now. Adjust volume depending on sound type. But yeah, when we want to make these things flash, basically we can the tricky part about it is that multiple tiles can be mid-flash at the same time.
Yeah.
So what we need to do in here is somehow like add sound type to the to like some kind of
iterator or something that's
flashing
like,
array or something.
Yeah.
And like set a timeout to remove it from the flashing array. Or reset the
or like pop it off once it's played, right? Like, because once the light happens for one, we just want to get rid of it. It's like a first in, first out kind of queue thing we're trying to do, right?
Yeah, okay, that's an interesting point. Like, I wonder if we can add some kind of like event listener to the like when this sprite is finished playing.
Interesting.
Do this.
Yeah. I don't know. We have to look at the docs. To the docs. Let's go see what we have available.
So that's kind of that would be my like inclination, is to like keep track of this via an array of playing sound types, and then in the actual square here we can set the background color to something based on whether or not, like, we can say like style background color, if the flashing array includes the type during the iterator. set the background color. Otherwise, make it transparent or make it whatever the default is.
Yeah. I like it. That sounds good to me. I'm checking here. I don't really see like a on complete type callback situation happening with use sound, but what we do have is the length of each sound, don't we?
Yeah. Let's see. What I'm going to look for online is I'm particularly interested in sprites, like when and also looking at it from the Howler.js perspective, because like we talked about last stream, the use sound hook is just kind of like a React wrapper around Howler.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this issue here. By the way, Joe, we hit 325 new words last night. Yeah, 325 new words. Pretty good. Over 300.
For what? New words for what?
Oh, last night I was just like sitting there adding words to no word.
Oh, nice. That's a lot of words.
But this issue, it's Goldfire, James Simpson, the creator of this library, says it should be fixed with 2.06. This is in 2007. And
okay.
Sprites, let's see. Sprites have an end event. And in the use, I'm just going to go over to use sound. There, I think that Josh talks about a way to tap into like the Howler. Oh, here we go. On end. There's
an on end?
Yeah. If you look at this part of the docs here, escape hatches, on end, but this is defined up on the top of the
there we go.
in the hook options.
I see.
Not necessarily in the play.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna quickly look at the Howler docs to see if the play function also accepts an on end. Let's see. Play methods play. No, it doesn't accept extra options.
Still work, though, right? Because if we just like have like a function that gets called for on end, but is like,
yeah, we could definitely just like try it, see what the function signature looks like for on end. The important thing is we want to know if on end. The thing we need to know from on end is which sound just finished playing, and if it'll call on end for, when we get some JamSpam going on. So yeah, why don't we start with that? Let's like see what on end gives us, and then go from there. What do you think?
I like it. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I'm already here. I'm following you.
Okay, I'm just gonna define this.
That's what it looks
on
like.
end.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All
and
lowercase.
We'll console log the event.
Yeah. All right. And then let's jump into the browser. What is it? What is this?
I don't think
8,000?
I have localhost 8000 shared with me.
You don't? It's blasphemy. Oh, you have 4,000, but not 8,000. You are correct.
By the way, we have some new chat commands that you can use in the channel. Namely, the one I just used, bang playlist, to get the playlist that we have going on in the background. And there might be others, but the other one that I'll mention is this -- help command.
It didn't work.
No? Does this work?
Oh, wait a minute. Well, I can't check it right now, but that should be working.
That's okay.
I'm very curious
Maybe
to know why it didn't deploy.
Could it potentially not work if you don't have an exclamation mark in front, because I didn't get any response from -- help, but I got a command not found.
You should have gotten a response from -- help. If we went and looked at the codes, -- help should be in there. The only thing I could think of is like, maybe I didn't deploy it. Maybe I forgot to push it. No, -- help.
Darn.
Should just work.
But is it possible that like let's see this.
Oh yeah, like I'm checking for a
like
bang.
It wouldn't
probably.
even respond.
I am.
It doesn't have a bang.
Look at line 78. Amateur
there hour. Yeah, it's all good.
All right. Well, I'll have to fix that. Should I fix it now, right here, live?
Sure, if you want.
And now we'll do that later.
All right.
Let's get back to JamSpam.
Yeah.
All right.
The matter at hand.
Yeah, the matter at hand. So the event, is just like the numbered event. Is that you? It has to be because this is local. Oh, I have this open too.
Yeah, so we do get a we just get
the event number.
Okay, let's see if there's anything else. What I'm gonna do here is just spread the rest of the arguments.
Yeah.
And console log that as well. Yeah. Hopefully we get something.
Nope.
Undefined. So that's all we get.
Okay.
But that is okay. We can actually work with this.
Whoa. Do tell.
We're gonna have to do something a little bit different.
A little bit hacky. I'm in.
Let's see. So what we can do here is destructure this sound property from the second element in the use sound return value. And what I'm going to do right now is just console log sound. This should be our howl instance.
It is a howl.
Nice. So that's good because howl gives us the ability to, if you check out this, it allows us to just like add or access the base howl methods, including this one here, the on end.
So now we can just do like sound on end or whatever.
We can do sound on end, but the important part here is that the on end method takes an ID. Yeah. Okay. The first parameter is the ID of the sound.
Howl.
Oh, wait a minute.
Kurt, would you
maybe that's
bumping up the font? Sorry, Joe. I normally do that. I apologize. Thanks for calling that out. Boop. There you go. Should be much better.
Just a minute. Let's take a look at. That's not exactly what I was actually. Thinking about. I was actually thinking about the on function. Yeah, so the on function, I'm gonna post another link in the chat here. It allows you to listen for events. Multiple events can be added by calling this multiple times. There's also the once event, but it's the same as on, but it removes itself after the callback is fired. We might want to actually use that, and the reason is because you can pass an event, in our case end, and define the function that gets called when the sound ends,
and it gives you
then also
ID.
Pass in an ID. And the ID is what we're already passing to play. So what I'm thinking of doing is saying in here, under play in our code, we'll say sound on end, and then take that event and console log it for now.
Okay.
But then pass in.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
This.
Oh. Don't we want once though, and not on? Or do we not want once?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right. You want once.
Okay, cool. All right, let's do this. Let's see what happens. JamSpam. Let's get rid of this. Clear the old thing. Zap. Nothing. No console log. Interesting. Try on.
Very.
Maybe just try on. Like just for.
Sure.
Maybe the IDs aren't what we think they are.
Yeah. So here it says the ID is a number.
Kind of like how.
And what I'm wondering is, play doesn't actually return anything.
Yeah.
It's a void function.
Okay, hear me out. New game
Okay.
plan. Maybe.
Yeah.
What if we have just some sort of cue, and whenever a type is played, we put it on, it animates for like X amount of seconds, and then it just boots it out the queue. And then if it comes back in, comes back in.
I think that's a good plan. So all flashes take the same amount of time on screen.
Yes.
Like sounds with longer durations don't mean longer flashes.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah, and I think it'll be okay because the sounds aren't that different in length. I'm sure it would play out differently if somebody, if we just like spam it with hundreds and hundreds of sounds. It would probably get pretty out of sync, but I think we'll be okay for the most part.
I'm also just going to change this variable name to sprite
to make that
so we can
just line up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there something else named sprite? No, right?
Nope.
Cool. Okay. All right.
Oh, we need to change this here. Ooh. There we go. Object keys, sprites. Change that to sprite, and then we're good.
Now I want a sprite. Is that weird? I haven't had one in a very long time.
Dude, that's the power of advertising.
It really is.
Yeah. All please mail the check to my address. Sprite Corporation.
Sprite.
Drink Sprite. Boy, I'm thirsty. I could use a Sprite.
Flashing. Yeah,
let's do this just using good old fashioned use state. I was waiting patiently for the auto import to happen, but it didn't. So we'll just have to do it this way. So yeah, when a type is played, maybe what we can do is say like if this is actually going to be kind of tricky because we don't want this. We don't want play to happen when every time flashing changes. So if we in here, if we're like, if flashing includes data sound played type, then like set, or rather if it does not include, then set flashing to prev flashing, like spread the previous flashing values and add data sound played type.
Yeah.
But then we're probably going to, well, I guess we can just not, I guess, yeah, we don't need to delete play necessarily, but essentially we only want this function to fire when data is changed. So we don't want to include flashing or set flashing in our dependency array. But I don't know if that's like...
Should we just use another effect? Still based off when data changes, but like, does this belong in another effect?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know if that would make it any better. Like, I think the main point is that we want to make sure that we don't include flashing or set flashing in our dependency array, because that would cause this effect to be rerun every time this block of code gets hit.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's a good plan. Yeah, and then after we add the thing to our flashing array, we can set a timeout where we maybe after, like, what do you think?
500,
a second?
500 milliseconds?
500 milliseconds, yeah. After 500 milliseconds, we set flashing to the previous flashing value, but whoa, that's weird.
Whoa, yeah, we're gonna biquad filter node it.
Yeah, just your basic biquad filter node. No big deal.
Is that like a monad? Is that a monoid?
I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
So we want to filter on items where they're not equal to that data sound played dot type. And I'm wondering, this should be okay. I think I was thinking about reassigning this data sound played type to a different value before we use it a whole bunch of times.
You go, Joe said every time code thinks he means, or they mean request animation frame instead of require, they die a little. Yeah, I feel you. Sometimes it brings in some weird auto completion, but it also does bring in a lot of good auto completion. I'll take it.
On occasion.
Yeah. I still think it saves me more time than pain it causes.
Yeah. That is for sure. So yeah, something like this. What do you think? So we, right. if flashing does not include the current type being played, then we add it to the array and then set a timeout to remove it from the array after 500 milliseconds.
Two things that I want to bring up here. One is, what happens when someone bops and then 498 seconds go by and they bop, and then it only flashes for 0.2 milliseconds because they've bopped again.
Right. So we actually
it's still in there. It has to be like, it needs to like compound. Like see, this is where it gets
to reset the timeout.
Yeah, this is where it gets to be a pain, because like then you have to cancel the set timeout. So if we in the else check, we have to like that timeout needs to be stored in like a map. We have to have a map of those timeouts, right?
Well, we can just yeah. We need to have one timeout per thing.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Let's do this. Let's add like a.
Let's make it flashing colors. They said it'll.
And we'll store that in a ref.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got our timeout map.
So maybe we say like timeout map on key type.
Yeah, but you have to do dot current. Make it an object.
Right. You're right.
Timeout map dot current. Boom.
At key type equals set timeout, and then in here we can say else timeout map current type clear timeout.
Well, we passed that to. Wait, can you call that on the thing that's returned? I thought clear timeout was a function and you pass the ID to it. Like clear timeout is like set timeout, where it's a global function.
Oh yeah, you know what, you are right. Yep.
I thought I was about to get learn that the thing that gets returned to you, the number, you could call clear timeout totally right. on, and I was like, I feel like a fool.
No, in fact, I feel like a fool. How the turntables, huh?
Yeah. I was. Oh, that would be so much better if you could just call clear timeout on the thing that was returned. Yes, I think so. It'd be nice.
We can dream.
Yeah. Yeah, you're living in 2050. We're just stuck
back to 2020.
In 2020, which is never going to end.
You don't want to know what 2050 is like. We might have chained timeout APIs, but boy, the world is a bad place. No, we're not gonna go there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we clear the timeout, and then we set a new timeout, right?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay, here's a question. We're gonna call this
no matter what.
Make this statement no matter what. So why don't we put this outside of the if statement?
The problem is
like that, and do this.
I say. Oh, clever. I see what you did there. Yeah.
Do you think that works? I don't know.
think it works.
Okay. Why don't we test it out?
There's only one way. I was just gonna say, yeah. There's only one way to know for sure.
I'm gonna console log our flashing array, and then we'll get to see. We'll get to see what happens.
So bop me. Whoosh me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Nice.
Okay. It's working.
Yeah. Let's nice. So we have multiple in there at the same time. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, it's only 5.
Okay, cool.
If we really wanted to test, we could slow it down to like a second or 2 seconds. But I think we've got our answer.
I think we got it. Okay, why don't we like do this thing then?
Light it up.
All right. Do you want to do the lighting
keyframe? I feel like we could add a class with like a keyframe or some sort of chakra keyframe magic, but really we need the animation.
I think we could,
right?
Yeah, we could go even simpler than that. Like what I'm thinking is we could just use a CSS transition. Like if we just say like if we give it some inline style where like flashing includes type, then give it background color.
Okay.
Give it just like red for now.
All right. Otherwise just empty object, right? Either empty object or null.
I think null will work, or undefined.
Oh, it's working already.
Nice. And because the button
has
because this button component in Chakra has transition all, we get like the nice little
just working
fade in, fade out. So that's not bad.
It's not bad, but we need better colors, custom colors. And then I also want it to really look like it's glowing, so maybe like adding like a glowing border, like an effect of like with the border.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I'm gonna make a proposal for custom colors.
Okay.
And this is kind of maybe an easy way out. Let me just paste
like easy or simple. I'm
gonna paste a link in the chat here.
Color hash, yes.
So what we can do is just take or is it one word color hash? Which one is
It's color hash with some capital C and H. What is that? Pascal case? Capital case? Pascal case?
Pascal case, yeah.
Pascal case.
So what we can do is use color hash to basically like give us a unique color per type. So we don't need to like think of which color maps to each type. On the other hand, we could, if we have like a specific idea that we like what we want each color to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could definitely do that.
Yeah. I'm
but
just
this would
using
be, like I said, this is the easy way out.
I use one that picks a random color. Like you just give it a key, and then you'll always get back that color for that key.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's essentially the same thing that color hash does. What library do you use?
I don't know. It's the one that we're using for the stream layouts right now.
Let's see what that is. I'm curious.
Me too now. It is client. Probably just go look at package JSON. Random color.
Random color. I like it.
Like all lowercase all together. Yeah, this is
sweet.
The one. Yeah.
Well, it has more weekly downloads than color hash, so I'm gonna say.
Oh snap!
It wins, and it's got a way cooler homepage URL.
Yeah. Wow, that is cool.
Yeah. So I'm thinking. I'm liking
okay,
this.
Let's do it.
Random color idea.
Now I'm gonna drop random color
nice.
in the chat. Yeah, they do have nice colors. And that's the colors for the chat, so it's like, you know, simple.
And so we can give it like some kind of seed, like pass it can we pass it the type or something?
Yeah, let me see and go back. I don't remember, or maybe I'm storing it in my own. Oh, like if you give it the same word, it will give you back the same colors. So it's actually almost just like, oh, this is color hash. Oops. Where's random colors?
Let's see.
Let me go to GitHub. How do I do this? Oh, I think I'm storing it in a map.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we don't want this. Maybe I just messed this up. Hi, Prince. How's it going?
Maybe. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look. I'm checking out. I'm looking on the open issues for the word seed. Setting seed does not return the same thing of colors. Setting seed produces colors in the same hue range. Let's see. Determinately return the same colors in every call. Should string seed be a number? Okay, so there's. Oh, here we go. Options. Seed. An integer or string which, when passed, will cause random color to return the same color every time.
Boom.
That's what we're looking for. Okay, so that's easy. We can just pass it. This is in the options section of the.
I want color hash again. I'm not very
good. Dude, you gotta get rid of that tab.
I'm not very good at this today.
Problems.
Oh, seed. Yeah. Cool.
That's our key to victory here. Cool. Let's do it.
You know what that means? I can simplify the code in the layouts because I'm not using seed, but that's a lot better.
Right.
Okay. All right. So what are we doing? We're going back to VS Code. Here we are.
Yep.
So you've got background color, random color.
I'm gonna yarn. Wait, we need to in CD client.
Yeah.
I'm gonna yarn install random color.
Cool. I like it. I'm gonna
and I'll let you take it from here. Oh, yarn add random color. So in the year 2050, you can actually do yarn install again. So, you know.
Sweet. Can't wait.
They took it out in 2018 and they put it back in.
Random color, all lowercase all together. Did you put it in client? Yeah.
Yeah. It should be there now.
That's weird.
Maybe is it still giving you? Oh,
rebuild. There we go. That's weird. Okay. It went. Says
phew. All right. I'm following you now.
All right. I'm back in the browser. It should be working. Yeah, and it is.
Oh, okay. Wow. So random.
I reloaded it. Oh, it's the same colors because it's the same build. That's interesting.
Well, it's because the seed is like the type, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's always going to be the same no matter what build or anything.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's right. Because it uses the seed to generate it. Rusted Blossom. That's awesome, Prince. I can't wait to read about that. Did you do a stream on that the other day? I missed it. But if you did, I'll go back and watch it. So let me know. Okay, so we've got colors. I must admit, I don't really love the colors for Whoosh or Honk, but I'll take it. I knew you
Yeah.
Okay.
I also I shortened the duration to 250 milliseconds instead of 500.
Yeah, it was a lot, right? But it's working.
Yeah, it is.
I've been very interested in Rust lately, and there's been quite a bit of content going on, and actually Prince just did a stream about Rust and Wasm the other day, so if y'all haven't checked that out, go check that out. I can't wait to watch it.
VODs are still living.
Oh yeah, are the VODs still there? That's a good question.
I have not touched any WebAssembly stuff in my life. So I consider people who dive into that side of web development pretty brave.
Yeah, for sure. I've been really wanting to get into Rust. So, it stores all his broadcasts. Woot woot.
Nice.
There we go. I know where I'll be going. All right, so we got it lighting up. That's actually easier than I thought it would be. Now what do we do?
What do you think? Should we add more sounds? That might be fun.
We should definitely add more sounds. We've got time for that. I think let's get throttling in. I feel like then we'll add more sounds. Is that you? Oh, it has to be. It's local.
That's not bad though.
Who is that? It's not bad, but it was really bad the other day.
Do you think it was it a computer or was it just somebody?
No, that was not the computer.
No, I'm saying like, did somebody write a script that hit it like a million times a second, or are people just spamming super fast?
No, that was people just wailing on it. That's just me.
Yeah, see, I don't know. Is that
now? Imagine if 5 other people are doing that to Honk at the exact same time.
Yes.
Now times it by 100 people.
Yeah. Well, how does it? When we have 6 billion users and they're all spamming this.
At that point, we better add a newsletter sign up. We have 6 billion users.
Yeah.
Or at least link our SoundCloud.
6 users. We got 4,000 sounds. What does JamSpam look like at scale, you know?
Yeah, at scale. Something that I JamSpam at scale. Let's write the book. Something that I've been thinking about is it'd be fun to show the count of how many people have the page loaded.
How many people are currently connected? I like that. I think that's a good next next step. I mean, I'm happy to work on throttling as well.
Now let's put that off as long as possible.
Like, yeah. That's like an end of the episode thing if we get around to it. Like.
Yeah, well, I think it's good to know how to throttle subscriptions.
Thing, you know?
That's a useful thing to know. Yeah.
Very useful. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. You know, but it's also useful to know how to display the number of connected clients.
That's very useful. We should definitely do that.
Okay, cool. Why don't we work on that?
Yeah, and then we can like put like X spammers in chat or something. It'd be like pretty funny.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. All right, let's work on that. Let's make that happen. That's actually we could do this in memory. You just store it on. So we don't even have to do too terrible much work here because we can do. I believe there's like for subscriptions like on connect and on disconnect callbacks. So we're just going to iterate something up and down till we hit. Yeah. Because you can't possibly.
I mean, is there like some kind of connections array stored in?
I don't think so.
That we can like access.
Let's go look at. We could just also do it in. Well, that's in sound played. Like for subscribe, we could. I don't think that would work there actually. But let's go look at the docs real quick. Uh, Ooh, fun thing. You can go at docs in the chat to get the link. Makes that super easy. Okay. This is way too small. What is this? Docs for ants? All right. So what do I want to do again? Apollo server subscriptions. I probably want like the advanced stuff. Authentication. Well, this talks about on Connect. Yeah, so subscriptions has an on Connect. And I think we need to go to like the API reference to figure out what exactly else is available to us. But I don't think like there's a place to get all connections, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's find out.
I think you're right. I think we might have to just like store it like in memory on like in the server. We could also
Archer is so good. I should go back and watch all of those. What should we do? Sorry.
I'm just like thinking of how we might go about this.
Oops,
like
wrong window.
We could use the subpub thing to like publish events when somebody connects or disconnects.
Yeah, so well, there's two ways to do it. I was actually thinking we just have a number that we could query or set up a subscription for. Yeah, and just pushes an event with the number. Like, we'll do the maintaining of the number, but then we just push the total number. So actually, we have on connect and on disconnect. So let's just go.
Yeah.
Let's just go take a ganders real quick. So where's our server? Here we go. So we've got subscriptions. There we go. On connect. See if I can keep concentrating through this. So we've got that. Yep, on disconnect. We've got that because we don't really care how many things are going on there. Is pub sub. Pub sub's already here. Connection is a connection. We don't even care about that. Connections, or actually this should be connections. Like, we don't care about the actual events of adding or removing. This is int. Yeah, so that takes care of that. We've got our connections thing. So we're gonna need a resolver. Boom, thank you. So we've got that. Now we can come down here. First we'll also need equals 0. So we've got our connection count. So now we can say you got it, connection count. Boom. Pub sub publish connections connection count. Cool.
All right.
Boom.
Looks simple enough. Yeah, I think so.
It almost seems
I think I spelled
easy.
you gave connections one too many N's there.
Oh my goodness. Connections. All right. So connection count plus plus, connection count minus minus. That gives us our thing. We've got our subscription connections, which in turn doesn't even need a type because it just returns a primitive scalar. Is that what that's called? Because it's like a native scalar.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Something like that.
I'll take it. And then we have, yeah, so that should be it. That should work. Should just work. Okay. Are we still running? We're running. So I guess we could do. Okay. Or wait a minute. I want to see if I can get this to work. What is it? Command P? Command Shift P? How do I bring up search? What's the secret? What's the secret password? Command K.
Yes, Command K.
Of
course.
This.
Obviously.
Yeah. Oh, is it not here? Oh, I need to refresh this, huh? Do I need to refresh this? Is it still pointing?
Did we publish our schema to?
Well, it's running, so theoretically it should publish. It should publish every time that it runs. Oh, yo, there's support for subscriptions in here now, which is what I was trying to get at. But you could be like WS localhost 4000/GraphQL. Boom. Okay, so that should work. But point being is, how do I refresh my schema?
How do you refresh your schema?
Or is it just refreshed? Do I need to just reload? Oh, wait. Here, settings, dark mode, responsive hit, use response table mode. Oh, that's interesting. It's kind of cool, actually. Use response hints. That will show you what you'll get back. Yeah, I don't know. I think it might supposed to auto magically. Because the server is running, so restarting it should have added. Oh, just had to reload the page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Apollo CLI can push new schema changes. We just have it turned on in the server. So like if you look here where we start up the server, we have engine report schema true, and then we have an API key set. So that just anytime that server starts up, yeah, boom, it should work. Oops, I think I just hit escape accidentally. But cool, so I found it. So I love it. Command K, yeah, subscription connections, yes. And so then it's going to add that for me. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is playing the subscription, so then it's going to listen. So it's listening. So like if you were to leave...
Oh, snap. I'm going to reconnect
reload,
them.
Yeah, there we go. Connections 4.
No way, dude.
Connections 5. So that's working. And look, you can see your subscriptions right here. I'm really starting to dig Explorer, yo. It's like,
so
it's
wild. Connections 4 is interesting.
Yeah, well, I'm connected. This is connected. That's 2. You're connected. That's 3. If you open up another tab, that would be 4.
Oh. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
If I refresh the page, does it go down? Let's see.
Yeah, it went to 4 and then 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, awesome.
Yep. Pretty slick.
All right, so let's work on displaying this in the interface then. How about that?
I'm all about it. Here, why don't you drive for that, and then...
Okay.
I was thinking we could probably put it below the title, or like maybe up in the corner. I don't know. Where do you think?
Yeah, I was thinking like up in the corner. I'm used to seeing when I play Melee in the top left corner. Yeah. It shows you like, your ping and your FPS.
Okay.
Same thing like in Counter-Strike, you have like your all of your like vital signs in the or you can have them written in the bottom left of your screen.
Yeah.
I was thinking of doing something along those lines.
I like it.
So I'm just going to look here for connection data. We're going to use the subscription connection. And I'm just going to copy our sound played GraphQL document, change it to connection.
Boom.
Connection.
Live share like the best thing ever. This is so easy.
Connection. It's
just
pretty awesome.
Follow you around while you type around. It's great.
Unbelievable. All right, so as I always do, I like to
console.log.
I'm a practitioner of console log oriented programming, otherwise known as CLOP.
Clop.
If you're a tier 2 sub on my
yes,
on my Twitch channel, you get the clop emote. So
this is amazing.
That's fun.
Okay.
All right. So let's
undefined. Oh wait, we have to like. Yeah, just get undefined.
Okay.
What? Why though? Hang on. Where's the connections?
Well,
it's connections, right?
Oops. Is it? Oh, it is connections. You're right. Okay. Connections, uns, and add an S there and an S there. Connections data. Make it consistent. Oops. And let's try this. Oopsies. There we go.
There we go. Still says
so
undefined.
It's still undefined.
Oh, there it is.
You got one?
Yeah, connections 4, connections 5.
Yeah. So what I just did is I logged out, and so we're only sending one of these subscriptions when somebody connects or disconnects. When the page loads, I wonder if there's a way to get like the current value somehow. Like when I load the page,
that should be an on connect.
Yeah, but it's like I wonder if it's like a chicken and the egg kind of thing. Like I connect and then I start listening for a subscription, so I don't get that initial value. Everybody else does.
Yes,
what
you won't.
What we actually need is a use query, right? Or is there a way? Actually, this might be a good way to demonstrate the subscribe to more feature. Like we get the query, and then we use subscribe to more to change the value of the query when the subscriptions happen.
I like that. And Prince, to answer your question, I mean, in like theory, like yes, it shouldn't just be like an in-memory variable that we're setting, but that should work for as long as the server is running. But it's not resilient by any means.
So what I'm going to do is just change this. Well, I'm curious actually. Now that I'm looking at this, I'm wondering if there's a way to like force a subscription to give you a default value. Do you know of anything like that?
No, I think this is a place where we would want to either be able to query for the connections count, or and then if we want to subscribe to more, we subscribe to more, because when you set up a subscription, that just means I want to know about all upcoming events. When you get into a situation where you're trying to like replay previous or start somebody at a particular state with subscriptions, it gets really bad really fast. This is a very small example, but we had something like this at Major League Soccer, and it was really bad. Like to try and catch people up on the events that had happened in a match prior to them like loading the page.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the plan then. I'm going to make this. I'm going to use the use query hook. Import that from Apollo client. Oh, my copy paste doesn't work. There we go.
Oh. I wonder if it gave us 15 exports at the bottom.
It's known to do that sometimes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go investigate if I could there we go. Unfollow you real quick. Oh, we're good. Only one export.
So my get connections query is pretty simple. I'm just querying the connections field on the main root query. And yeah, we're gonna get the current data, like the number of connections, and the loading state from this get connections query. And then what I'm gonna do in here is, well, first of all, I'm gonna put our little centered thing in a fragment, and then up in the top left corner, I can do that by saying box position absolute top 0, left 0, and I'm just going to put in here
the use query thing.
Yeah, well, we can say like connections data dot connections, but this is only going to be this connections data is going to be undefined on initial load. So what we actually want to say is like if loading, write loading, otherwise write the connection count.
Got it.
And this is also going to fail because we're not handling the error state. So at this point, what I would do, rather than saying, if loading, render loading, otherwise if error, render error message, otherwise, this gives us this wily little nested ternary thing, and prettier actually makes it look decent. But just to save ourselves, I guess. Well, maybe this will do the trick just for now, and we might want to like move that to a more appropriate place after we get this number rendering on the screen.
Okay.
And right now it's probably just going to render an error because we haven't defined
server, right?
We haven't defined that field in the server. So to do that, we can just in here in our presently empty query type, we can actually replace that with a connections field that resolves to an integer.
Nice.
And define it thusly: query connections, and this is going to be a function that returns connection count.
Yeah, we should probably hoist connection count above that now, just so it's defined before it's used.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So now when we refresh, we should get our in-memory connection count. Oh,
hey,
no.
There it is.
Nice. And I'm just gonna make this a little prettier. It'll say connections, spammers, spamming, or something like that.
And we should put it in one of those little alert badges.
Ooh.
Oh no, you broke everything.
Yeah. So this is actually a bug with Howler and sprites and hot reloading. Saw there like that cannot get index 0 of so and so. That is because of it's a problem with Howler and how it deals with hot reloading. Without getting too far into the issue, the fix for that is just to add a default sprite. So this _default, and I'm going to pass it 0, 0 as its.
Oops, I'm not following you right now. Where is that?
This is when we're defining our sprite map. What we're doing is we're like using this like object of durations, and the default the initial value is an empty array or an empty object,
and it doesn't like.
And
that.
What we want to do instead is to sidestep around this error. We can do this and maybe add a little comment here that says this is to I don't know, help or avoid an error when hot reloading.
Boom.
Something along those lines.
Boom.
And now we can actually verify that this worked. I hope.
Verification. Whoa. Default. Zap.
Oh, right. So we're actually mapping over these things. So we want to not map over the default. Okay, well, I want to just check to see if this works. I'm going to make an edit and hopefully everything doesn't break. Oh, it's still broke. I see. Well, then good news. Maybe we don't have this default thing there.
Yeah. And then what
I could
happened
have
to...
sworn that was what I've had to do in the past with this.
Yeah, because we don't want to see default. You could filter default out.
You could, but it doesn't seem like it helped all that much in the first place.
Yeah, which is weird because the sprite stuff would run before that component renders, which means theoretically sprite should never be empty anyway. Because we're just copying hard-coded things in.
Yeah, it's not so much that sprite is empty, but it's like looking when the page reloads, it like looks for an entry in the sprites thing that doesn't exist or that is undefined.
Interesting.
And I'm going to look back at the reconfigure sprite map. I think this is what it's a double underscore default.
Well, that'll do it.
And I can link you to the issue issue at hand as well. Check it out. This is the Howler issue that people are talking about, and this person, I'm going to link another link, same issue, just a particular comment. I have the exact same issue. It appears that my Howler looks for a sprite key, and if none is given, it uses default. I solved this by adding another entry to my sprite for underscore underscore default. So yeah, that's the that is the situation. And it just happens when it's not something that appears in production. It'll only happen in development when you're hot reloading. It's kind of wacky.
It is wacky.
But let's make sure that that this actually exists.
Well, now we've got 0-1 whoosh honk bop.
Oh.
Oh wait, but you didn't put that back in sprite?
Let's see. Where are we here? I just had to get back to the editor.
Wouldn't our
I accidentally deleted
removed the whole thing. Okay.
Thing. So let's just say default 0, 0, and
now we should be all right. But what happened to our grid? Yeah, I'm still getting 0-1. Is the build broke?
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially, yeah. No, it's not.
Okay, let's
Well, we have another. Oh wait, that's the function.
Okay, now we're back in action. We do need to filter out the default key. So in our types here, we can just say like filter type that type is not underscore underscore default, and that should get us back to our and I forgot a period, but that should get us back to our nice 2x2 grid.
I'm curious as to why it broke the grid. Is that just because it's still there for me? Probably the build.
Maybe you need to save the file or something.
It's probably live share being in that weird state.
Yeah.
Where I have to save.
So the reason it broke the build though is because we are. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, this is ever since you added the fragments. This has been now a line instead of.
This is actually totally fine.
This is fine.
So the reason why this is happening is because we're setting the columns based on the square root of types length, and we're only filtering the types before we map them. Instead, what we can do is filter them up here after object keys.
Like
and now this
should fix it.
Should just work, but I think you need to save the file again. There.
Oh.
Cool.
My universe is returned to normal.
Lovely. And if I reload the page, you should see the number go up and down. Oh wait, no, we don't. We still see the only the original number because we're not subscribing yet.
Let's do that.
Let's do it.
All right. I don't know how to do it.
So let me. What we'll do is we'll destructure from the result of use query this subscribe to more function. And the idea is that once we load the initial connections value, we want to start subscribing to more. And the way that I'm gonna go about this is that basically when we get to this point in our crazy nested ternary, we want to render a component that renders out the number of connections and subscribes to more in like an on mount use effect type of thing. So what I'll do up here is just say we'll create a new component called like connection status.
All right.
And it's going to take as a prop connections and subscribe to more. And it's just going to return a fragment for now. I'm going to use it in here soon. But this is just going to return a fragment with our connections message.
Can we make it a badge though?
Yeah, dude, absolutely. Let's do that. A badge. Can you grab do the import from Shock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta unfollow you. There we go.
While Kurt's doing that, I'm gonna render this connection status down here in our crazy ternary. Pass connections as connections data dot connections and subscribe to more equals subscribe to more. So that should be all the props that we need to make this thing work. And then when we move back up to our connection status function, what I'm going to do is create a use effect hook with an empty dependency array, meaning it will only run on mount and on mount. And then in here we can call subscribe to more. Subscribe to more, and we pass it an object of options with the document. I believe it's a document option. This is going to be our connections subscription.
Okay.
And it's also going to take an update query argument. And this takes the previous value. What does update query take? We got to open the docs for this.
I think it's the previous value and then like the value of the next like event.
I think this is the
look at the docs.
But let's check the docs to be sure.
Yeah. Let's see if I can search for it. Yeah, so it's document, variables, update query gets previous, and subscription data. You've got it.
Nice. And so the shape of our subscription data is going to be like subscription data with a property called connections. Nice.
Yeah, you like that?
And the shape of the query that we're updating also is just an object with a connections property. So I'm thinking that we could just pass the subscription data along to update query, or as the return value of update query, and it'll just work.
Yeah.
And the other thing to take note of here is that subscribe to more, if we highlight over it, oh, maybe it won't tell us. In the docs, we can learn that subscribe to more returns a function that when called will stop subscribing.
Yeah.
This is useful because the return value of useEffect should be a function that when called stops whatever things you set up. So yeah, what we could do is like say const unsubscribe equals this, and then we call unsubscribe and whoa. VS Code getting creative. So we could do this. We could also, like another short form of this, we could say
just return unsubscribe.
Return unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Or if we want to get even more short form with it, we can say return subscribe to more. Or if we want to get more short form with it, we can use an plus return and just do something like this.
Oh my! But wait, there's more.
And if we want to get even more short form,
we
can delete the whole thing.
Yeah, we minify the code.
Yeah, that's about the extent to which we can short form this thing.
Nice, awesome. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty short enough. So let's try this.
And the other thing we're gonna have to do is just I want to remove this. That's gonna make it not work if we leave it in there.
That's a good
Oh my
point.
gosh, my neighbor smells like cooking something delicious.
Your neighbor's cooking something delicious? Hang up the call. It's time to become their best friend.
Yeah, I got something to take care of over here.
Yeah. All right.
Loading for spammers spamming. Nice.
For spammers spamming. So try.
So if I then open up another browser.
Yeah.
And I'm loading the page. Interesting.
Because we're not ever updating that. Like, how does it know subscribe to more? Oh, because we gave it the subscription.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I still have these docs open. Good thing. Comment subscription. Where are you? Here we go. Subscription. On comment added. Yeah, they're just using a subscription. And we should just be able to step on top of... Oh, wait a minute. We can't just step on top of it with the whole thing because one is a query, one is a subscription, so it's going to be coming from a different place, right? Like,
yeah, maybe. Let's see.
Let's console log previous and subscription data.
Yeah, I want to know. You know what? Here's the problem. Subscription data. You're so right. We need to do this. Let's just take a step back. Console log previous and subscription data, and it will illuminate things for us. Now, we're just going to return previous.
Illuminate. All right. Let's see. We good? Yes.
I think you need to. Oh, there we go. Okay.
There we go. So jump back to JamSpam. Connections 4. Data connections. So previous is just connections 4.
Yep.
But we're stopping on it with data connections.
I see. So it seems to me like we could maybe just tweak our method here and say subscription data dot data. And that might do the trick for us. It might.
There's only one way to find out.
Yep. To the Batmobile.
I can't remember how the Batman stinger goes.
Na 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 na.
Let's take a step back in console log. Clop.
Clop, 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 clop.
All right. Did you load a new page?
I did. Yeah, I loaded a new page.
Oh, 5 spammers spamming.
I'm gonna open another page. Let's see if we can get it to 6. 6, 7. Oh my god!
I opened another one.
How high will it go?
How many tabs can you get open before OBS crashes?
Do we need to worry about like number formatting, adding commas between groups of 3 zeros? Because we're going to be reaching millions of spammers.
There's probably an NPM module for that. One thing, can we move it? Let's move it a little bit off the edge there.
Let's
it's like
do that.
really bothering me.
Let's make it pretty.
Yeah, let's change the
color.
By the
way, I'm closing tabs and we're getting the number decreasing, so that's good to know too.
Yeah.
Our spammers spamming. It sounds like
that Christmas
song.
Yeah,
exactly. Like 12 Days of Christmas kind of thing.
7 spammers spamming. 4 sounds of sounding.
Yeah.
All right. I really want to add a goose honk, like a goose sound. Honk.
Yeah, I know. Maybe that should be the honk instead of the Chevy Silverado.
I think we could have 2 honks. I honestly think. Or we could change this one to horn.
Horn, nice. Yeah. Okay, cool.
All right.
Ooh, hey, one little thing. While we're on the subject of like moving things around and making it nice, since we're using random colors, we can't be sure that
we'll be able to see the text.
That we'll be able to see the text. So, I'm thinking of using like a little utility that will give us black or white depending on the luminance of the background color.
I like it.
What do you think? Okay. The name of the utility that I'm going to propose is called Polished.
Yeah, we got Christmas jingles.
It's our pleasure, Scott. Yeah, honestly.
That's why we do this.
You can count on us for that. So yeah, this is called this utility is called Polished. It's like it's your like CSS and JS tool belt. Polished.
Now you got me thinking of Batman again with like the tool belt.
Oh man, yeah, dude, we are Zatman and Robin.
Yeah.
So Polished contains a ton of different utilities. Like there's lots of really cool things in here. Like there's this triangle function is really useful if you want to render a triangle in pure CSS, and you're using like object-based CSS in JS. You can call this triangle function. It'll give you all of the styles to make your triangle, given a pointing direction, height, widths, and so on.
This is great.
There's all of these color helpers, and this is all tree shakeable. So we don't have to feel terrible for installing Polished and only using the function that I'm going to talk about, or that I'm going to propose, which is called readable color, where you just pass the color that you want to get the most readable color for, and it either returns black or white. You can also change the light and dark colors if you have other ones that you prefer. Yeah,
that's cool. That's actually very cool. That's actually really cool.
So yeah, what do you think? Should we?
I mean, yeah, you had me install something from NPM, like
All right, yarn add. I better not yarn
install.
Yarn add Polished. And then we'll go up to the top and just grab import readable color.
I should probably go follow you again.
Polished.
No?
Head down to our square. And I'm just going to open this function up from the implicit return to something like this, where we're going to grab const background color equals readable color, whatever. And then in our styles that we pass to this thing,
now we can also do like foreground color. Yeah.
Color.
Foreground color.
Background. Like that.
That's really cool. Wait a minute though. And this will only happen when it flips over.
Yeah, exactly.
Neat.
It should anyway. Let's save and see if that's true.
I need to save it? Yeah, sorry. There we
go. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah. Wow, it's working. Look at whoosh.
Nice. Yeah, that looks good.
It does look good. I wonder what color we're going to get when we change honk to horn. Let's do it.
Oh, let's do it. I want to know. I need to know. I'm following you now.
Oh, okay. Oops. Well, really, I think that happens up here in our, here's our durations. Where's our, is that on the server? No.
I think it's in durations there. We just, we have the key names.
Oh, it's the key name. That's the only change we have to make?
Uh-huh.
That's so easy. It's almost too easy. Oh, it's purple.
I like it. And another white text.
Yeah.
That works well. I think that was a really worthwhile change.
Yeah. Boom.
Okay, what do you think about I mean, and while we're on cosmetic changes, why don't we treat that spammers spamming notice
Let's do that
differently.
Okay, so let's go to our badge. We want to do variant color, right? What color should we use?
Color scheme is the Chakra 1.0.
Oh, it's new.
Wait. Yeah.
Okay. Purple, blue, pink, danger.
This is the moment of truth. This is where we choose our brand color.
Teal.
I'm down.
Is that even a thing?
I think it's a thing.
It is. Look, it works.
Ooh, nice.
All right, so that's that.
What is loud?
It really is. All right, now no, not padding, margin. We want margin left and like a 2.
We could also just on the parent container where it's like position top 0 left 0.
Yeah, we could change this.
We could just add either change those values or add padding to that element.
Let's do this. Right? 32. And then we can get rid of this margin left in the badge. Let's see what that does.
Yeah.
Whoa. 32 is way too much. 16. Oop. I think I'm still following you.
Yeah, 16 should do it.
Yeah.
And we can use Chakra spacing units to do this as well. So you could use just like
know what that is.
Like 4.
Is that 16? That can't be.
No. I think it looks to me like 32. I've been looking at
it
these.
Is still 32. What did I do?
Sometimes you have to save again. It's a thing.
It is a thing because it worked. That's better.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, that looks great.
Yeah, I like it.
And yeah, like instead of using 16 here, we can just say top 4, left 4, and it'll do the same thing.
One other thing that I want to do real quick, because I love to bike shed. Let me unfollow you. I'm gonna go up here. Okay. Where's our? Let's just do a little old action on our connections.
I wonder if that'll work because...
No, it did not work. Because the default styles are all like...
It's already... If the text is already bold, yeah.
Oh, the text is already bold because it's a badge. I kind of wanted something to differentiate the number from the... Wow, whatever.
Well, because the text is already bold by default, maybe we could go in here and just say like
wrap the other part and unbold it.
Box as span. Throw the spammer spamming in there, and then just say font weight normal.
Look at that. That's so much faster. Hey. I don't know how I feel about it though. Now that I'm seeing it.
Yeah, definitely. We could go a little bit higher. Yeah, 600. Let's see.
Did I go too fast? It's like not saving again, or did it just not change? It's not changing. Oh, there we go. There you go. All right, we're putting it back. I digress. I'm sorry. Sorry, everyone. Right. Wasted our time.
That was worthwhile. We're exploring here, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
All right.
Well,
what's next?
Should we make let's make a commit before we do anything else?
What do we even say?
We've done a lot.
We did too much without committing.
Add flashes, add connections.
Yeah, you know what else we haven't been doing is like using PRs. We should add like schema checks to make sure we're not breaking stuff. We haven't done any of that. We're not being good.
Not good citizens.
Yeah, good graph citizens. World. Yeah. All right, so we're not going to do that right now though. Let's just get this committed, and then we'll go from there. So we add.
Of course, I should do it, but we're definitely not going to do that.
Add connection count, and then, what else did we do? Added connection count. Add colors. That's good enough.
Yep.
I'll take it. All right. So that is merged. So now I do kind of want to set up like schema checks on our PRs.
Okay.
Should we?
Yeah, maybe let's just do that, and maybe that can be kind of our
where we wrap up.
Last task of the day.
I like that. Think? Yeah, I like that. And so my thinking is like if I was going through, just going through, diving through here, and I noticed that we did some breaking changes, and it would have been cool to like take a look at that in the PR, like when because we made changes that could have potentially, oh that's fun, broken clients.
Right.
Yeah, so like we changed play sound, and we added a required type, and like that could have potentially broken that. And then we removed the query sounds, and like clients could have been using that. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Something else I found out that is wild, I didn't even know, is like you can track clients specifically.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I didn't even know you could do this. I don't know how we have our client set up, but you do it in here somehow. You go like this.
Wonder if they're tracking clients.
You do it here
by using some like default in-memory variable like we did.
What did they call
this?
Right? You set it here on the client, and then you do it, and this is called something. I don't know if it's just or like 1.0. I don't know if it's just version. I saw docs on this. I like went and read it because I was like, what the hell? Where did I?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, here we go. All clients. Learn more about identifying clients, and then I got here and I was like, whoa. And then I skipped all that. Yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, you just do version. So now when we send queries, because I've done that, they're gonna start showing up as web.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, adds headers. Cool. Thanks, Joe. Cool. All right. Let's see here. All right. I'm thinking. I don't know how long it's gonna take us to do the schema check thing. Like, I think I could do it in a very short amount of time, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's just take a quick crack at it, and if I can't figure it out in 10 minutes, then we'll go, because I think it's going to be pretty easy.
Sounds good.
So
yeah, I got a jet pretty soon, but I think we could squeeze it in.
Yeah, so we could do actions.
do you want to try speed running at all? I'll start your time.
I'm not that comfortable. I wish.
We learned our lesson on that one.
Yeah. Okay. So here it goes. It added a main.yaml. Ooh, I'm gonna cheat. I should have said yes. GitHub. And then I'm gonna go to worst dev stream helpers because I've already set this up. Schema check. Raw.
Oh.
Command A, C that business. Come here. Command A, V that business. Okay, boom. You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ian Sutherland made like this action already, so we don't have to do anything but reference his action. We check it against. The graph is not that. The graph is JamSpam, and the variant is current. So JamSpam variant stays the same.
Is the JamSpam is like the graph name in Apollo Studio
like unique?
Like, is it spelled like that, or does it have a hyphen?
No, it does not. It's just JamSpam. Oh, it has a space. Perfect. That's a good point. It does have a space.
Maybe we like, cause yeah, space. Maybe we can. Should we change it in the studio?
Yeah, I think we could just do this. I think that's what we would do. But I'm realizing now we have an issue, which is where is it going to check against? And so this won't work for right now.
Oh.
We don't have a we don't have a schema to compare with, because right now we're doing server, like when the server runs. So the one option is I could, on a previous step, literally start the project, like we have access to it, so I could like run it. But now we're getting out of the speed run 10-minute time frame.
True.
But this is why sometimes it doesn't hurt to take our type defs, because they're not doing anything magical, and just put them into a file so that we can just load it up and do that. But we'll do that next time. I don't want to dive into that and try and rush through it. I'd rather go through it. But I would like to do the schema checks because it's nice. A hosted URL.
I think it would be a very nice thing to have. Yeah.
Yeah, so we can give it a hosted URL and have it introspect that. The problem is the URL, like we don't have like a staging environment. Like this isn't being deployed for the PR. So we don't have like a URL other than production or the local host to test against. So if we were doing a more CI/CD pipeline, then yeah, I would spin up this and have it run somewhere. Or like I used to do with Docker containers, I used to do integration tests against the container during CI/CD because it's in Docker. So we would start up the API and run actual queries against it and test against the output. But we don't have time for that right now because we got to get going. We're already a little over time, so we'll save that for next time. That'll be a fun thing to add. Yeah,
that sounds good to me.
Okay, so let's do that. I guess maybe we find, well, I know you got a dip, maybe we skip on the raid for today, and we just head on out of here. And then so we haven't done anything. We've committed the latest stuff that we have. Let me make sure I push those changes. I did. And then I changed this, but I'll just revert that. We'll deal with that next time.
All right.
Discard one file. Cool. Yeah. All right. So with that, we will bid you all adieu. I think that's the word. Probably not. But yeah. Okay.
You got it?
I did get it. Yay. Nice. All right. See you all later. Goodbye. We are out of here.